Okay, want to know how to start an online business? Go from making some quick cash to a long-term passive income. Okay, this is the plan. This is what I want you to learn because no one wants to set up, spend months trying to set up a long-term passive income and not have anything to show for it. You need the quick cash to start with and build it up to long-term passive income. All right, let's go. The game plan. People don't have, not enough people have a business plan. This is what we're going to do. So we're going to start off by making some quick cash. This is really what we're going to use as our startup capital. So this is our seed money. This is what we're going to pay for software and advertising and everything. If you've already got some disposable income, skip that step. But for a lot of people starting with nothing, you need to take this step. One way or another, you need to do this. You need to have some money. Trying to do it all with free software and free traffic and everything, it's really time consuming. It's really energy consuming. But if you've got no money, you have to spend time. That's just the way it is. But really, I wanted you to get some quick money so you can start building passive income. So this is number 2, your bread and butter, the passive income. This is what you're going to be living on. This is the core of your business. And I want you to start thinking of it as a business, not just a hustle or whatever, because this is what's going to pay you month after month, with whether you're awake or asleep, on holiday, in hospital, whatever you're doing, this is what's going to work for you. And number 3, this is the big money. So this is where it gets fun. This is what makes a difference between just making a living and actually having a life, having a future. So let's get into it. The quick cash. Who wants to make some quick cash? Drop a comment below. I do. Okay, now this, as I said, is a short-term strategy just to get money in to invest in the next step. I don't want you to get too bogged down in this. Now, there's a ton of videos on YouTube on how to make money flipping used goods. All it is buying something cheap, adding some value, and selling it for a profit. You might even be able to pick up something for free. A lot of the places like Facebook Marketplace or eBay, they have like free listings. People are just giving stuff away because they just want to get rid of it. Okay, you might be able to get something like that. Get started. Okay, so all these places, I think thrift stores and yard sales are starting to be a bit harder to access with COVID, especially yard sales. But look, I've seen people buy stuff off eBay quite cheap, do it up, sell it on Facebook Marketplace, make $20, $50. You do it enough times, it all adds up, and it gets you some money to get started in the real business. So let's have a look at that. This is your bread and butter that I was talking about. Now, I learned all this from working with some of the best financial service brokers, real estate agencies, places like that. This is all what the bread and butter is recurring payments for ongoing passive income. Okay, so for a real estate agent, they're making their ongoing money from management fees for rental properties. So that's what they're paying the rent with. They're paying the lighting, paying their staff, all those things. That's where it's coming from. Financial services, it's often like ongoing commissions for like a mortgage or insurance or something like that. Sure, they want their big paydays, but that comes next. Hold that thought. But this is what keeps their lights on. Now, we only want to offer good services or products, so people continue with their memberships. It does sound obvious, right? But people don't do it. They try and offer some latest, greatest, I don't know, weight loss program or get rich quick scheme that people quickly realize doesn't work, and they cancel. So you're back to square one. And the reason we want memberships is because people will continue to pay you. And that's why we want the good services and products. So people continue to use it, continue to pay you. Because if you're just selling a one-off service or product, like you would be with Facebook Marketplace, etc., you can only do it once, and then you have to find something else and do it again. So it becomes time-consuming. It takes a lot of energy. And if you stop for any reason, the money stops. Surprise, surprise. So we want this to be paying you whether you're doing anything with it or not. Okay, and it does take time and money to build customers. That's why that first step is so important. You need to have some money to put into software and set up and advertising to be able to get some customers. Now, this is going to pay off because it's going to mean you're no longer trading time for money. Going back to square one again, or having a 9-to-5 job. If you stop, you have no money. Whereas this, whether you're on holiday or in hospital, hopefully the holiday, if they are still paying their membership fees, then you will still get paid. That's the best. And most of it can be automated. So sales pages, email follow-ups, all that sort of thing, that can all advertising, that can all be automated. You just have to check in on it a couple of hours a month just to make sure it's working properly. Now, how is it actually going to stack up in real money? So just making up some figures here. So 100 people paying $25 per month, that's $2,500 per month. So 100 people is not unachievable, but that's reasonable. That's fair. Like, that's not trying to say we're going to get 1 million people paying $1. We're just saying 100 people paying $25 per month, 2,500. So if you had 1,000 people paying $25 per month, that's $25,000 per month. If you had 100 people paying $10 per month, that's $1,000 per month. So what I will say about this, though, when you're choosing what product or service to promote, you can get ones that pay quite a lot per month, so you only need a few people to be customers. But if any of them fall out, you have to replace them pretty quickly because your income is going to change pretty quickly. Whereas if you have a lower dollar per month, people tend to sign up far easier, so it's easier to get a larger number of people. Plus, they tend to stay with them because it's only, like if it's a $10 per month like Netflix, if you couldn't find anything to watch for 2 months, you probably wouldn't bother cancelling because it's not a big enough money to worry about. Whereas if they were charging $50 per month and you couldn't find anything to watch, then you'd be going, see you later, I'll find something else. And then that's your business gone. So just weigh up. It can be relative, like a lot of the commercial business stuff, like accounting packages and things. Businesses are prepared to pay $200 a month. That's no big deal to them. If you're dealing with direct with consumers, then maybe $10 to $20, $30 a month, or even $50 per month, depends on what they're getting out of it, will work. But make sure it's something sustainable. It's something where there is a track record of people already paying, like for more than 6 months, staying with a subscription for more than 6 months at least. Okay, and while you're doing that, you want to build an email list of leads and customers to have as an asset, because you never know when the company you're doing this, you're offering, or if it's your own, whether it's something may happen, something may change where you simply can't offer it anymore, and that whole source of income will disappear. Like people relying on Facebook ads to send affiliate links or go to send to affiliate offers. If Facebook changes their terms, which they quite often do, then that whole thing can suddenly come crashing down. You need that list of leads and customers that you can rely on to build. If everything else goes pear-shaped, you can still make money from that list. Now, it does get boring when you've been a specialist, an employee, and you're used to being busy. You're probably going to be checking your accounts every 5 minutes to see if anyone signed up or bought anything, because once it's all set up and optimized, it's going to be able to run without you. Get used to that. And this is where you're going to need to get a hobby, because it will run without you. That is the point. You can go traveling, you can go play video games all day. I don't care what you do. Spend time with your family, maybe. But the thing is, you are going to have time on your hands once it's running properly. It might take a little bit of time to get things set up and going, but once you get there, it'll be very minimal amount of work required to keep that money coming in. Premium. Now, this is where it gets fun. These are the big paydays with high ticket items. So now they are generally once-off payments. So if we think of a real estate agent selling a house, it's a once-off. They might get like some insurance or something like that on top, where they might get a little bit of recurring income, which is great for them. But the big ticket items are usually once, and you don't really know when or how often. It's not easy to rely on. So this is where a lot of people are trying to build a business just promoting high ticket items, and they get these dry periods in between sales. They might have a few quickly and they'll get excited and they can live on that for a while, but it's not reliable. So this is why we want the recurring income, and hopefully it's all starting to make sense to you now. Now, you also need to be aware that you need to have high ticket items because aspirational products make selling mid-range products much easier. Think of going into a jeweler. They'll give you $1 million necklace to try on. You're not going to buy the $1 million necklace. Well, they might hope you will, but it makes the lower, the mid-range and the entry-level products, services, jewelry in this case, look much better and much more affordable. So people tend to buy them. Now, your high ticket items, it's obviously your high profit margin, and it is really exciting stuff when you start selling these. You don't have to wait too long after you started building your base business, getting some customers on board. Once they know you and like you and trust you, then they will start listening to you when you suggest investing in higher ticket items. We need to get started now. That's right. Not just sitting around watching YouTube videos. You can watch a couple on how to flip used goods, then get onto it. Actually go and buy something and sell it. Pick a niche and find a quality product or service with recurring payments. If you need some help with that, there is a link below where I can help you. Now you need to start promoting whatever product or service you choose. Use paid ads, use free promotion, use whatever you can. Test everything, find what works and use that, get rid of everything else. That easy. Build an email list. So you'll need to have an email autoresponder, and most of those also have, you can build opt-in pages with them. If you're not sure on how to go about doing it, link below, away you go. Once you've got that email list building up, you've got some customers coming in, start promoting those high ticket items. Okay, all the best. If you've got questions, please ask below. Otherwise, get going. Stop watching me. Start making money.